Hey, welcome back. I wish this were the stage 2 video, but unfortunately I noticed something weird when I was driving to work. The engine does a stutter that feels like a rev limiter almost at high RPMs just before redline, but the engine hasn't thrown any error codes or anything as far as I can tell. It's hard to hear since I have stock exhaust, but you can feel the power cut whenever it happens. It pulls nice and hard, and then all of a sudden you hear a light stuttering kind of sound through the exhaust, and then it just like falls on its face, and then it slowly makes its way out of the spot for about 500 RPMs, and then it feels like it pulls normal for just a split second, and then the transmission upshifts. And then once it upshifts, RPMs go down and it starts pulling hard again, no problem. And it seems to stop at about 6,500 RPM, so there's about 500 RPMs of space where it does a stuttering sound. And since I have OEM exhaust, it's a little hard to hear, but pay attention. Right as that needle hits 6,000, you'll see the needle slow down, and then you hear kind of a stuttering rev limiter kind of sound. In the next pull, I put the transmission into D, which is basically regular drive, which is fully automatic, and then I have the car in just regular Sport instead of Sport Plus. And the only difference between Sport and Sport Plus, Sport improves your throttle sensitivity and all that, and makes the steering a little heavier, but it doesn't let your wheels spin or your tail come out at all, but Sport Plus does, so that's really the only difference. This is just to demonstrate that this happens in all engine modes. It's not specific to one engine mode or transmission mode. So in this one, it stutters again, it loses power right around the same 6,000 RPM spot. And so it seems to do it a little less this time for like a shorter period of time than in that first pull. This last moderate pull is just to show that other than the high RPM issue, the car's running butter smooth everywhere else and isn't having any issues with shifting or anything. But anyway, like I said, I just hope this is just plugs and, you know, they're just old and fouled or gapped improperly for this new boost that it's got. So yeah, it's just weird because it's at varying RPMs, but it definitely does it almost every time now. It didn't do it too bad, and then the more I drive it, the more it seems to happen almost every time now when I'm in auto mode and let the RPMs get up to where it would shift on its own. But that said though, it is happening pretty much at 5,500 RPMs most of the time. If anyone knows what this might be, please comment and let me know. It'd be nice to get this figured out so I can move on with the downpipe. I had a full 3-day weekend where I was snowed in, and I basically could have put the downpipe on and the charge pipes and the diverter valve, but instead I was online reading and contacting support and just trying to figure out what the heck's going on. So yeah, I'll upload a video later with results after I find out if replacing the plugs does anything, or if VF Engineering responds, I'll let you know what they said. I think the plugs get here in 2 days, which should be Tuesday. So hopefully that night I don't have anything going on and I can get them installed. But hopefully you found this interesting, if not a little concerning or disturbing. I'll see you in the next video, hopefully with good news.